When this AI only patch dropped, I said that this would be the greatest thing for Undisputed. Boy, was I wrong.
He's always thinking in his mind, when can I do the RKO? When can I do the RKO?
Alright, so here's my problem. When they made these changes to directional punching, moving side to side, directional dodging, stepping in and out, all this stuff, they did it for every fighter across the board. And for example here, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury don't ever do that. Fury, he may step in and out sometimes, but he never in life does directional dodging. And for sure, Deontay Wilder does not directional dodge. Here's an example of these two heavyweights fighting in real life. So it's clear as day. No one is directional dodging or stepping side to side. No one's doing that. So the problem is that now that they have applied all those changes for everybody, the developers need to go back and tweak individual boxers, because that movement is reserved more for welterweights, middleweights, lighter weight classes. For heavyweights, that doesn't work because that's not their game. They're power punchers and they're not fleet of foot, so there is no way that this can continue. So here is a great example of what I am talking about. Any offense derived from Tyson Fury doesn't come from slips or directional dodging or stepping side to side. He sort of studies his opponent and then does his little flinches to see what his opponent will do, and then he'll plan out his offense that way. The problem is that Undisputed does not come close to replicating Fury in real life. And it's the same for Deontay Wilder. He uses zero movement to set up his offense, and that's okay because that's how he fights. In the game, he is on skates, moving and throwing body hooks, and he doesn't do that. He uses range for jabs and straights, never hooks to the body, which is what he's doing in Undisputed. And this right here is a great example of what I'm talking about. When they're not active with what they're doing, they're just standing there trying to pick their spots. They're not moving ad nauseum just to make it seem like there's action happening in the game when there's really not. So here I am saying that the developers should fix it. I think it's time that I come up with a solution. Steve Jobs quoted Picasso saying that good artists copy and great artists steal. So what Undisputed should do is turn to the best boxing game we've seen in the last 20 years, Fight Night Champion. In my opinion, what Fight Night Champion did really well was differentiate each boxer. So if you were fighting Muhammad Ali, you were fighting Muhammad Ali. And if you were in the ring with Mike Tyson, you get ready for him to go on the inside and try to kill you with uppercuts. Undisputed doesn't do that. So the only way that Undisputed could do this, and I'm not sure if they have this behind the scenes, all I know is that we don't know if it exists, but use sliders to program their AI to at least try to mimic their real life counterparts. And it's cool. Steal this idea, because this idea will save your game. Because not only does this save time in trying to code each boxer, you can just have sliders for them and tweak them as needed. Undisputed could and should add more sliders than these, because the more sliders you have, the more flexibility you have in making sure that each fighter is different from everyone else. I for one do enjoy these sliders. As you can see, they even have punch frequency. So if Muhammad Ali is fighting you, expect jabs and straights. Hooks sometimes, uppercuts sometimes. Expect him to use his range and get you with jabs and straights to the head and combinations from the outside. And that's what his tendencies are in Fight Night Champion, because that's what his sliders have coded him to be and do. And for comparison, here is Mike Tyson. His sliders have dictated him to mix up body and headshots, be aggressive, and throw in combinations. He throws fast punches equal to hard punches. He's an inside fighter, and he blocks punches instead of moving his head. And he was coded to throw many hooks, right and left hooks, not many jabs, some straights, and a lot of uppercuts, which is what Mike Tyson is known for. As a side note, I do think the Fights Clean slider is wrong. It should be under Fights Dirty for sure. And here's Joe Frazier. He's a head-hunting, aggressive, combination throwing puncher who's also an inside fighter. He's also a good left hooker. And that's what the game favors Frazier to do, throw left hooks. And for more comparison, here is George Foreman when he returned to the ring and became World Heavyweight Champion. The point I'm trying to make is that all fighters are different, and these sliders allow the developers to make those changes to each individual fighter. And for my last comparison, here is Sugar Ray Leonard, who is also an Undisputed. So I feel that the developers can more or less copy this and apply it to the game. As the saying goes, styles make fights. So adding sliders should make each fight feel different, and also make each fighter feel different. Because right now in Undisputed, each fighter feels exactly the same, which isn't fun at all. And here are more global sliders for the game as a whole. And I think the more customization to the game, the better. So if someone wants more powerful punches, you can do it. And if someone wants more fast punches, they can do that too. And if they want more stamina, have at it. So adding global sliders could be a huge W. I know Undisputed has sliders currently, but they aren't as fun as this, or as deep as this. And here are Fight Night Champions sliders in action. If you match Undisputed's new patch update to this action, you can see that in Undisputed, both fighters act the same, punch the same, move the same. That isn't fun at all. I love how Muhammad Ali is legit using outside fighter tactics. He's letting Mike Tyson approach him while he's picking his shots. And Mike Tyson, due to his sliders and the way he fights in real life, is always attacking. So when you're playing against Mike Tyson, you have to be on the outside. Don't let him inside or you're screwed. The sliders will also help for career mode that's coming up hopefully soon, because the fighter pool isn't that deep. So we need AI generated boxers to round out the career mode. And with these sliders, you can make sure each fighter is different.
If that keeps up, this is going to be a good night. The right hand scored by Mike Tyson.
So I'm going to let the round play out. The message is that to the Undisputed developers, please just steal this idea. Steal it, make it better, make it your own. But the framework is there to take. Fight Night Champion got this right. So steal the idea. No problem. We'll deal with it. It'll be fun.
Not able to land the uppercut. Good looking right hand after he got hit.
Thanks for watching. Please sub and like for more Undisputed content.